Oh my goodness, these flowers are so pretty. I just love dahlias. And it's really important. One of the foundational things I learned was to make sure your scissors are clean in between cuts. So that's one of the questions I got. Why am I putting my scissors in cups on the cart when I'm out in the field clipping dahlias? And when I go over that, I have researched a couple different methods, and I'm going to go with this approach. And I'm no expert, but the gold standard, according to the American Dahlia Society, is to add 10% bleach into your cup. And then I mix the rest of it with water. So when I'm done cutting a plant, I put my scissors in this mixture. I cut kind of slow because I have organza bags on each dahlia. So this scissors will stay in this cup until I move to the next plant, usually, or two plants down the road. And this is just Dawn soap with water. And I just put a squirt in there, and this will get some of the bleach off of the scissors until they go to the last cup, which is just straight up water. And then I put them in an empty container after I'm all done cutting. At the end of the day, when my scissors get kind of rusty, because bleach will do that, I put it in a straight vinegar solution for 24 hours. My husband did some research on this one, and he actually cleaned all my scissors, and he gave me this 3-in-1 oil, and you put this in where all the spots have the moving parts, and it'll help keep it good. Also, these brass brushes I can use to scrub anything, and it helps my scissors from not dulling. And and you can see on the scissors they're a little bit gross on the top part, and that's because the vinegar will rip off the paint. So I don't have them down all the way for that reason. But do think about adding this to your cutting bucket to keep your scissors clean, and yet you're not transferring anything into another plant that you don't want to. So I am using just a straight up cleaning container. It's got two sides. So one side I put my organza bag, and obviously this other side I'm putting my jars. And then I can put my scissors all together down here in the bottom. Alright, now that we have all that together, it's time for me to get the water going. I am sprinkling some food in my water, and these are just packets that I got on Amazon. Because these are going to sit overnight for a friend who's going to pick up some flowers in the morning. I found this Bloom Shield 3D printed piece right here, and this I put in my buckets so my stems go in each hole. Sometimes there's two stems in one hole, and that will keep my dahlia somewhat straight up and down, and it won't rub petals with another dahlia. All right, now that we're outside, I want to show you how I decide which flower I'm going to cut and how I have it protected. So you can see that some of these bags are loose and some of them are tight. I loosen the ones I'm going to cut, and then I cut deep down into the stem. That way I have a nice long stem for whatever vase work I'm going to be doing or arranging. I yank down the sides, and sometimes I even cut them. My 8x12 organza bag comes off easily on bloom sizes this big. Into the bucket it goes. So I was able to get 3 blooms cut from this one plant. So I'm going to take my scissors and put them in the first cup, and that's going to be my bleach water mixture. And they'll stay there until I do probably 2 more plants because I have other scissors to use. And gently pull off the organza bag. This one I didn't undo beforehand because I didn't know this one was going to be able to be picked. On to the next bed. Each one of my beds are 4x8 in the field, and this bed is my 20th Ave Pure Prince and 20th Ave Raina bed. I planted this one out on April 14th, and today is August 1st, and you can see this plant is just awesome. Incredibly long stems, and this lavender that's in the 20th Ave Pure Prince is just gorgeous. It has the softest lavender, and sometimes it has like a deeper center part, and I've really enjoyed this plant, and it shows really well if you're a competition grower. Um, the next part here, I'm going to show you that I put my organza bags on the left or on the right side of this cart, and I'm going to grab my Zenports. I use those for cutting tubers, but I also use them for cutting flowers. That was my first scissors I went with, so I moved those over to the Dawn soap after doing a couple plants. Okay, and here is another plant. I think this is Bloomquist Mojo. It's usually a little bit darker, but because we've had 90 degrees temperatures, it's been a little bit on the lighter side. And here's an overflow for 20th Ave. So I had extra cuttings and I lost some plants because we had rain for a solid month. In case you're wondering how many dahlias I have 15 raised beds and then 3 rows of about 50 feet long dahlias. And those are just a single row. Each dahlia bed has between 12 and 14 plants in it. I spaced them out about 12 inches apart.
It's cute.
I do like this one, it's kind of cute. But yeah, here's one of the rows, and this is another overflow of 20th Ave pure prints. I think you get the picture. This is one of my favorites. So it just, I'm telling you, it just grows and grows and grows. This plant right here is Cafe LA, and it kind of has a tree trunk at the bottom still. It's new. It doesn't grow as tall, and the stems are pretty darn thick. But you guys, I hope you learned something today, or you become more interested in figuring out how you're going to keep your scissors clean to keep your plants healthy from disease transfer. Your scissors can transfer the disease, insects can do it, your soil might have something in it as well if you brought some outside sources. But I just want to make sure that you guys understand sanitizing your scissors because I didn't. That wasn't shared with me in the very beginning, and I want to help you guys learn too. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. Go out in your garden and go ahead and snip away. Enjoy your day. Bye.